Hey guys, this is Dustin with Geeksation once again, doing a little bit of Shadowverse. Today I am going to be doing a arena run. If you've never played Shadowverse, arena is where you draft a deck and you're given like some choices of cards and you have to try to decide which ones to take. So normally there's an entry fee for entering, but luckily I've got some tickets that let me enter for free, so let's go ahead and pay the piper here. So I'm not a great Take-Two player, but I usually get around like 3 wins, I'd say, on average. So let's see, do I want to go Dragoncraft, Forestcraft, or Swordcraft? I don't have any quests that will make me choose one or the other, so let's just go Dragoncraft today.
The skies are all mine!
Alright, so often the first and last set of cards that you choose are kind of like your money cards. Like these are your legendaries or golds that are usually most powerful. Let's see, do I want Ouroboros? You know, Ouroboros is a pretty popular card. It came out during the Tempest of the Old Gods era that I wasn't really part of, so I'm still not too familiar with this card myself. Seems good. Dracomancer Rites isn't too great. Greya is pretty good, and Breath of the Salamander is pretty good, so you're kind of in a... This is kind of something that comes up quite a bit when you're drafting a deck. You'll have one really good card and a pretty bad card, or 2 pretty good cards, and you have to kind of choose what you want to go with. But I think I'm going to go with the 2 pretty good cards here. Breath of the Salamander is a good AoE. So yeah, let's go with that. Let's see, Dragon's Nest. Okay. I think we're gonna go with the early game for now. Siegfried's a really good card. Decent. So for new players to Shadowverse, Overflow is something that's referenced quite a bit on Dragoncraft cards, and I think that's when you get like up to, I want to say, 7 mana. It's basically after a certain point of the game you go into what's called Overflow, and then you'll be in Overflow from then on until the remainder of the game. I think we're gonna go with Siegfried. He lets you just automatically destroy a damaged enemy follower, which is pretty easy to trigger usually. So, alright. Queen Serpent summons a Megalorca, which is pretty good. If Overflow's active. Luxfang is used in like discard style decks, which you usually won't get a chance to draft in Arena. Dragon Rider is just a solid 2/2. Dragon Council. pretty decent card draw. I like Queen Serpent, but I think Lux Fang is pretty awful, so we'll just go with these options here. So Unica is pretty good. She heals you if she stays alive. Ariette is a new card that came out in Wonderland Dreams. I believe she did, at least. Not bad. Raging Ettin's just a vanilla ward. Hamza is a pretty good card. He's kind of a meme card, but he actually can be pretty decent at times. Like if an opponent plays like a 13 strength Bahamut, he can become like a 13-2. Ah man, this is pretty tough. I think I'm gonna go with Unica and Ariette though. Alright, this is a card that I believe was recently nerfed. I don't know a whole lot about what it was before, since it was a Tempest of the Old Gods card. Seems pretty bad. Yeah, I was never really a great fan of this card, since it's pretty easy for the opponent to play around. Owl Guardian is okay. Decent ward. Noxious Dragon, not great, but I feel like these two are definitely the stronger options. Okay, another Iron Scale. I mean, he's just a solid 2/3 for 3. He also has a potential upside of dealing 2 damage to an enemy follower, which can come in handy. Serpent Wrath. Hippocampus, a generic ward. Pretty bad. So Hippocampus is okay, but these two are both at least solid cards. Dragon Sculpture is pretty terrible, so we'll go with that. And you have to kind of keep an eye on your deck ratio. Like, I have a fair amount of early game. I actually might want to pick up a little bit more late game here. So just something I'll have to keep an eye on. Owlcat, another meme card. And it's not really a great card. I guess it can be okay. It's not the worst. Goblin Princess is pretty good. She gives you 2 dragons immediately, and then she puts a Goblin King in your hand. And Goblin King is a 4-cost 5/5 ward, which is pretty good. Ephemera, the Angelic Slacker. She's not very good. Well, yeah, I mean, for 4 cost, she has pretty bad stats, and her ability isn't really that great. Valkyrie Spear is just for neutral followers, which we won't have a whole lot of in this deck. So I think we want to go with these 2 at least solid cards. See, Dragonclaw Pendant is okay. Basically everything does +1 damage. Hippocampus we've already seen, just a reasonable 5-cost ward. Dragon Sculpture is terrible. Elder Tortoise is pretty good, actually. He recovers one of your evolution points if Overflow is active. But again, I think I'd rather have 2 at least solid cards. I mean, this is a case where Elder Tortoise is probably the best card out of all of these, but Dragon Sculpture is so bad, I'm going to go for the 2 at least decent cards. Alright, so we have another Ariette, who we know her effects. Into the Looking Glass. So you draw a card. That's for kind of a neutral themed deck, which again, we won't have all that many neutral cards. Rapunzel is pretty decent. She's pretty overstated for 3 mana, but she has kind of a drawback that she can't attack unless someone basically comes up to her tower and helps her. You have to have another allied follower on the board for her to attack. Hector, he's a decent card, but he's actually a pretty good card in constructed play if you have a neutral style deck, since he can do 3 damage to an enemy, but again, we won't have that many neutral cards. Although I keep saying that, we keep getting more and more, so I think we'll go with these 2. See, Lux Fang's terrible. Blazing Breath is pretty good, just 1 mana, deals 2 damage to an enemy follower. Serpent Wrath, pretty expensive, but it does do a lot of damage. Dragon Nude is another card that's built around the discard mechanics that Dragoncraft has, but she's just a decent 2/2 for 2. This is a tough one here. I'd rather have Wild Fang than Lux Fang, but I prefer Blazing Breath to Serpent Wrath. Yeah, I think I would like to have a Blazing Breath, so we'll go with that. Okay, Aoife Wyvern Rider, she can't be attacked, so she can be enhanced to have Storm, so she's a pretty flexible card. Hippogriff Rider, a Storm follower that can get buffed up if you have some other minions in play. See, Fortress Crab is a new card from Wonderland Dreams. A 6/8 for 9 mana, ward. Pretty vanilla stats, but not the worst. Noxious Dragon. Again, kind of discard themed, but not really too great stat-wise. I think we're going to go with these 2. These are both at least pretty solid cards. Having some Storm followers can always help you close out a game, so we'll go with that. Alright, so Goblin Leader's pretty good. If he sticks around, he can summon some goblins like every turn. He's usually a pretty big priority for the opponent to kill, though. Sector's just a 2/2 for 2. Unica is of course a pretty good 2-drop that can heal you. Into the Looking Glass is worthless in this mode, so I think we'll go with these 2 guys here. Elder Tortoise is good. Ebon Beast Warrior, pretty decent late game card actually. We still don't really have quite as much late game as I would like. Cunning Wyvern, just pretty vanilla, 4/5 for 5, pretty good stats, and he gives you a Blazing Breath as his last words. Last words are effects that trigger when the minion is destroyed. Iron Scale Dragon Folk, again, just a solid 3-drop. So these are all pretty good cards, but I think these Elder Tortoise is actually really good, and I do need some more late game, so I'll go with these guys. Alright, so this is a pretty easy choice here, but this is, like I said, the first and the last set of cards are your like legendaries and really most powerful cards, generally speaking. So Dragon Song Flute is a legendary amulet that can transform not very expensive cards into your hand into Hellflame Dragons, which are 2-cost 4/3s with Rush. And Imperial Dragoon lets you discard your hand and deal the amount of damage to all enemies in the amount of based on the number of cards you discarded. Bahamut is one of just the best cards you can get in Arena. He is a 13/13 that completely destroys all other followers and amulets when he comes into play. Neptune is a pretty good 7-drop with Ward, who also summons a Mega Lorca. So this is really a pretty easy choice here. We'll go with Bahamut and Neptune. Alright, I think that's a decent deck. I mean, we definitely got some pretty good picks there, especially with the Bahamut at the end. So, but we did have some more questionable choices earlier on too. So I'm going to predict 3 wins out of this deck. We'll see how it goes though. Alright, first game. Alright, against Swordcraft.
Bow before Dark Dragoon, ruler of the skies! You must die!
Okay, these are all pretty decent. We've got a 2-drop, we don't really need a second 2-drop. I'd like to get a 3-drop if I could. And I don't really like Lux Fang too much, so we'll send him back. No 3-drop, but... So this will let me discard one of my cards. Oh, 3-drop, nice. And draw 3 cards. I'm going to hold on to this Dragon's Egg as the card that I discard for that. And... well, this card won't be too great without Overflow, but...
the dragon is a state of mind. Yeah!
We'll at least get some kind of presence on the board. So I'm thinking about playing Dragon Council next turn.
My allies, my friends.
Lovely day for a fight!
I don't really want to get too far behind on the board here, but Elder Tortoise is really better for when you can use his ability to recover an evolution point, which means Overflow will have to be active. And you can kind of see I have 3 turns until Overflow will be active.
There's a lot more where that came from.
Mine!
A job well done.
He's feeling hungry! Not enough training.
I'm on my way, princess.
You're done for.
And you thought I was just a maid.
My blade, your tomb!
Okay, well, this isn't great, I won't lie. So I'd like to just use this Dragon Council to draw some cards, but I am just really far behind on the board, but the only other option is to develop this Dragon Claw pendant. I might just have to play the Tortoise, man. I really don't want to do that, but I'm just going to be too far behind if I don't. Next turn I'll have Owl Guardian I can play, which will be a pretty strong play, but...
I like! Give me that!
Princess!
Alright. So Owl Guardian might just let me even the score next turn, since he will discard one of the cards in my hand, which will be this Dragon's Nest, and deals 5 damage to an enemy follower. So that could
Let the people rejoice!
help me get back into this.
It won't be long now.
Victory and glory forever!
Oh man. He has this minion here that has Bane, which will kill my Owl Guardian. So there's only so much I can do here. But
Who can pierce my armor?
Ready to witness my true strength?
Flurry of feathers to a face! Great that! Woohoo! The talents are coming out now!
I love that hedgehog critter.
Let's speed things up.
So next turn we'll have Greya, who will be a strong line of play, but this turn it's not looking so great. I could use the Serpent Wrath to kill this hedgehog before it gets any more buffed up, but I might just have to play Hippocampus. The only bad thing is that when you evolve him, he loses his ward for some reason. But
You have angered me!
he does gain more stats though than you usually gain when you evolve. So he will have at least a bit of a challenge in removing this guy.
Don't call me short! This is God's word!
So it looks like he's going all in. Okay, good. So this will work out really nicely. Greya will summon an Bell of Mysteria, who When she attacks, she does 1 damage to all enemy followers, and as you can see, that will clear most of his board.
Man, help me out! Rhea, we can do this together! No! Bad!
Actually, it'll clear all of his board. Beautiful.
Ah!
Alright, so we're back in this.
I should have foreseen
Alright,
this.
there we go. 1-0. Man, alright, well,
Victory is exhilarating!
I really didn't think we were going to win that one for a while there, but we did manage to pull it out. So let's see if we can keep this luck going. Alright, going up against
Bow
Havencraft.
before Dark Dragoon, ruler of the
Havencraft
skies.
is usually the
Is fighting
deck
in
I hate
despair all
playing
you
against the
know?
most, but usually they won't have as many of their obnoxious cards in arena mode. So this is a pretty decent lineup. We'll have a 1-drop, a 2-drop, and a 3-drop. So I'm just gonna keep it as is.
The mist wrap around you.
Oh, I was born ready.
I held back on playing Owlcat because Luxfang is pretty useless.
This is God's word!
Ah!
So none of these cards really line up too well with what he's played here. I kind of want to hold on to my Breath of the Salamander since it can be enhanced to be a decent AoE. This card will just be a 1/4 ward with just 1 attack. It doesn't contest any of his minions. The 2/1 I could play and it could kill one of these guys, but I hate doing that since she can be enhanced to be a pretty decent storm follower later in the game. But I think that's just what we have to do here.
Snacks, check. Harness, check.
Fun employment was the best! You can get this one! You can get this one!
Getting some pretty good value out of her ephemera there. I think we want to kill ephemera. Again, my tortoise will make use of his special ability, but
There's a lot more where
gotta
that
do
came
what you
from.
gotta do sometimes. Alright, she can't be attacked, she has ambush. Damn. Well, we can do this.
The mist is scattering.
Honestly, it might have been a misplay to kill my Aoife there, since she can't be attacked. She's usually kind of headache for the other player.
You were done for.
You can get this one!
Owlcat actually might be a decent play. This guy will be a lot stronger in a couple turns, so if I could just hold on to him that long, would definitely be to my benefit. If I evolve Hector, I can kill this guy and still have 1 HP left. It's a little bit ugly,
a
but
shining helmet.
Ready to witness my true strength?
since I only have
Fate
8
can't
HP
withstand me.
left, it's probably the right play.
You can get this one!
I'm sorry.
Alright, let's see. These two guys might actually be better than using my Breath of the Salamander. If I evolve Owlcat, he can kill Ephemera, and then this guy will deal 2 damage to an evolved, or to an enemy follower if an evolved ally follower is in play. So if I have Owlcat evolved, he will trigger that, and he can kill this guy, Hattie, or Hati, I think it would be pronounced. It's like a Japanese name, I think. Alright.
I'm hungry! You have angered me!
The hunger's killing me.
Woo! I'm beat!
Alright, so we're back in a pretty decent position here. Good old Owlcat winning the day for us.
Let the mist wrap around you.
Alright, if we play Dragon Claw, Owlcat will be able to kill this guy, and then this guy can kill this guy. We could alternatively play Goblin Leader and Master of the Draconic Arts, who will gain his special ability since Overflow is now active. But I think having that Dragon Claw pendant out there will be a better long-term play here.
The mist is scattering.
Seems okay. He still has a lot of cards in hand though, which is unfortunate. And he'll be getting
The
another
black
one.
fire is wicked.
Contemptible white battle. Wasn't I good enough?
Okay. Thank you, Dragon Claw Pendant. I don't think he was anticipating that.
March with the pride of the Red Branch.
Beautiful. Okay, so we can play Greya, which might be the right call here. Or we could play these two guys and Blazing Breath, which also seems strong. I think I might just keep Greya as kind of a ace up the sleeve, so to speak.
The dragon is a state of mind.
With this ward, he should get at least, hopefully, one more dragon before everything's said and done.
Broken but unbound.
No!
He's feeling hungry.
Too many stupid tin soldiers. Nobody expects this vanishing position. Okay, sorry.
Not enough training.
So I think that Dragon Claw is maybe catching him off guard. I don't think he's expecting that extra damage based on some of the plays he's making here. So Neptune looks pretty strong. As a ward, she will directly contest the Tin Soldier. And we'll get a lovable Mega Lorca out of it.
I like. Give me that.
No! Stop!
Stay nice and calm, okay?
Well, did we win here? Let me see. 6 plus 3, 9. 11. Yeah, we win. Alright, sweet.
Stop!
I like. Give me that.
No! Worthy of praise. I envy you.
Alright, 2-0. Good start. But I'm going to stop the video here, so tune in next time for the
Victory is
exciting conclusion.
exhilarating!
Thank you for watching Geeksation, and I will turn you back to your normal Geeksation programming.